Good evening and welcome to Express News with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you 100 news and updates from the country and the world in just 30 minutes. Let's begin. Campaigning continues in full swing for the last three phases of India's ongoing elections. Senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi held rallies in Uttar Pradesh. Addressing a public meeting in Lalganj, Prime Minister lauded the implementation of Citizenship Amendment Act and accused the opposition parties for spreading lies about CAA. Senior BJP leader and Union Home Minister Amit Shah also addressed a public rally in Bihar, Sitamarhi and Madhubani. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra addressed a rally in UP's Raebareli. She said that Congress will win both Raebareli and Amethi seats. BJP National President JP Nadda held a roadshow in Bhubaneswar. Nadda said that the people have made up their mind to bring change and bless BJP. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge addressed a press conference in Odisha. He said that when Congress comes in power, they will give 10 kilograms of ration and fulfill all the guarantees as promised in manifesto. Aam Aadmi Party Chief and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal held a joint press conference with Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav in UP's Lucknow. They said that India Alliance will come to power at the centre after Lok Sabha polls. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee held a roadshow in support of TMC candidate from Kanthi Lok Sabha seat, Uttam Barik. Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka D.K. Shivkumar took a dig at BJP government over inflation and unemployment in the country. Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav said while addressing a public rally in Kaushambi, UP, that BJP's promises are not yet fulfilled. Election Commission announced a robust voter turnout of 66.95% across the first four phases of the ongoing Lok Sabha elections. Supreme Court of India Junks Enforcement Directorate's plea for action against out on bail Arvind Kejriwal for his remark. The court told the federal agency Kejriwal's comment constituted his personal opinion. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar addressed an event titled Vishwa Bandhu Bharat in Nashik, Maharashtra. He said that India lost its hold over Pakistan-occupied Kashmir due to someone's mistake. Dr. S. Jaishankar pointed the vote bank politics in Canada and said that bad ties with India are due to Canada's own domestic politics. National Investigation Agency has attached as many as 7 immovable properties of a top terrorist belonging to the banned Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorist organization. India's National Commission for Women has summoned Bibhav Kumar to appear before the Commission on Friday. Kumar is a former personal secretary to Delhi's Chief Minister and accused of assaulting Aam Aadmi Party MP Swati Maliwal at CM's residence in New Delhi. National Commission for Women has sought action taken report from Delhi police in Swati Maliwal's case. A Delhi police team reached AAP MP Swati Maliwal's house on Thursday in connection with the alleged assault. Indian Coast Guard ship C-410 carried out a prompt and safe medical evacuation of a 62-year-old ill crew of merchant vessel Alvin Point off the southern coast of Kochi. 2 terrorists were killed after the Indian Army foiled an infiltration bid along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir's Kupwara district on Thursday. Indian Army arrested one suspected individual along with the arms ammunition in Pangsam area of North Kashmir's Kupwara district. A joint operation was launched by the Army, BSF and Jammu and Kashmir's police on the 15th and 16th of May. Indian markets ended in green. Sensex jumped 676 points to settle at 73,663. Nifty climbed 203 points to settle at 22,403.85. Indian rupee fell 4 paise to 83.5 against the US dollar. Gold futures maturing on the 5th of June stood at 72,835 rupees per 10 grams on Multi-Commodity Exchange of India Limited. Silver futures maturing on the 5th of July stood at 86,999 rupees per kilogram on the MCX. Brent oil futures held steady on Thursday, bolstered by signs of stronger demand in the U.S. Brent crude futures that were up by 4 cents at $82.79 a barrel. World stocks scored a third straight record high and bond markets were rallying on Thursday as hopes of interest rates cuts in the United States and other major economies extended a month-long global bull run. In Asia, Chinese and Hong Kong property shares had rallied as well after reports that Beijing was considering a plan for local governments to buy up millions of unsold homes across the country. Japan's economy contracted in the first quarter, squeezed by weaker consumption amid external demand, the preliminary GDP data released by the Cabinet Office on Thursday stated. Meta platform social media sites Facebook and Instagram will be investigated for potential breaches of European Union online content rules related to child safety. Russian President Vladimir Putin and his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping held bilateral talks in Beijing on Thursday. This is Putin's first foreign visit since being sworn in for a 6-year presidential term. Russia's Putin and China's Xi signed and issued a joint statement on deepening China and Russia's comprehensive strategic partnership. U.S. President Joe Biden and Republican rival Donald Trump agreed to debate each other twice on the 27th of June and once again on the 10th of September. Slovakia convened the State Security Council meet after an assassination attempt on Prime Minister Fico. Deputy Prime Minister said Prime Minister Robert Fico was in a very serious but stable condition. Police arrested the 71-year-old shooter. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed shock at the news of the shooting at Slovakia's Prime Minister. Prime Minister Narendra Modi condemned the cowardly act. France declared a 12-day state of emergency in New Caledonia as deadly riots continue over electoral reforms. The riots have claimed lives of 3 young indigenous Kanak and a police official so far. French Prime Minister Gabriel Attal and Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin held a crisis meeting on the situation in New Caledonia as the Pacific Island entered a state of emergency and police reinforcements were sent to the territory. As Russian invaders continue to advance towards Ukraine's Kharkiv, NATO military leaders met in Brussels and discussed the defense of the alliance and support for Ukraine. 2 IDF tanks killed 5 IDF soldiers and injured 7 more in a friendly fire incident on Wednesday. The incident took place in Jabalia in northern Gaza. Smoke was billowing along Israel's northern border with Lebanon and in the Golan Heights on Thursday after a barrage of rockets was fired from Lebanon. British troops and armoured vehicles started training in Poland as part of NATO's largest exercise in a generation. Challenger 2 tanks of the Royal Tank Regiment and Warrior Infantry fighting vehicles of the Mercian Regiment took part in the training. The European Union urged Georgia on Wednesday to withdraw its highly contested foreign agents bill, saying the measure would set back the nation's ambitions to join the bloc. Leaders begin to arrive in Bahrain's capital for 33rd Arab Summit. The 22-member Arab League meet will focus on ending the conflict between Israel and Hamas. William Lai Ching-te will take office as Taiwan's president on the 20th of May. He was the country's vice president for the past 4 years and will succeed President Tsai Ing-wen. Donald Trump's ex-lawyer is back on the stand in hush money trial. Cross-examination of Michael Cohen by the defense is expected to continue after getting off to a fiery start on Tuesday. A Philippine civilian fleet successfully navigated close to the disputed atoll in the South China Sea. The fleet navigated to provide assistance to fishermen. A kiosk exploded in the German city of Düsseldorf in the federal state of North Rhine-Westphalia. The explosion caused 3 deaths and 16 injuries. British government plans to introduce a range of liberalising measures for venues like casinos, bingo halls and arcades, and increased fee for gambling premises licenses. A Swedish appeals court upheld a dismissal of Tesla's lawsuit against Sweden's transport agency in a conflict over license plates. South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa signed into law a bill that aims to provide universal health coverage. The bill will create a new public fund to provide free access for the citizens. Brazil President Lula da Silva visited rain-hit area and said that the federal government would distribute $992 to thousands of families that have lost homes or property. A large wildfire threatening the major Canadian oil sands city of Fort McMurray moved closer overnight. The fire, fueled by tinder dry conditions and high winds, has posed a constant threat to the residents. Flash floods and mudslides in Indonesia's West Sumatra province killed 67 and 20 are still missing. Authorities said the government planned to relocate survivors to safer areas. Indonesia's volcanology agency raised the alert level of the Aipo volcano to the highest on its scale after a series of recent eruptions. Residents of the Chilean capital faced the most intense cold snap since the middle of the last century for the southern autumn months. Chilean government activated code blue warning this week to protect and assess people living on the streets in 6 central and southern regions of the country. Heavy rain pounded the Indianapolis metropolitan area, making some roads impassable as cars became partially submerged. Heavy rain continued to fall in the central part of the United States. IMD predicted heatwave conditions for multiple states including Punjab, Haryana, UP and Delhi till the 18th of May. During heatwave, the temperature can also soar up to 45 degrees Celsius. IMD predicted that monsoon is set to arrive on the 31st of May, hitting the Kerala coast in the southwest first. This is expected to be a relief for farmers after a below-average rainfall last year. Rain showered Kerala's capital Thiruvananthapuram, giving respite from the ongoing heatwave conditions. Swiss-French artist Wopé has used eco-friendly paint to create a giant fresco meant to draw attention to the plight of migrants crossing Mediterranean Sea and those trying to rescue them. The painting shows a little girl tilting a lighthouse illuminated with real lamps next to a painted paper boat on a map of the Mediterranean. The State Museum of Turkmenistan houses a unique exhibit, a collection of poems by Mektu Muguli Fragi. The collection of poems saved life of 18-year-old junior lieutenant during World War II. The bullet hit the book, leaving a mark on it. In Hong Kong's island, people gathered at the stroke of midnight to witness the climax of the Bun Festival. 12 participants scrambled up a 14-meter-high tower covered in 9,000 plastic buns. The climbers vied to fill their bags with buns, aiming to accumulate the most points within a 3-minute time limit. Shuang Chao Bun Festival marks the end of spring on the island. The Banksy Museum opened to the public in Lower Manhattan in New York. This is the largest collection of Banksy's life-size murals and artwork in the world, giving experience of street art. The creators of the museum employed a number of anonymous street artists to recreate Banksy's work. Tickets for the museum will be open daily from 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. local time. The exhibit spans the 2nd and 3rd floors of the building. An exhibition competition called A World of Patterns and Ode to Embroidery was held in Turkmenistan. The contestants, dressed in colorful national costumes, enthusiastically competed in 3 different categories. The first stage of the competition was dedicated to the history of patterns and embroidery, the second stage on the world of folk and crafts, and the third on their skills. Day 3 for India at the Cannes Film Festival will see India hosting Bharat Parv for the first time. Indian talent and opportunities will be showcased and the two marquee film festivals of MIF and IFFI will be promoted. The day will also see a number of roundtables at the Bharat Pavilion and on co-producing with India, the complete filming destination, magic of authentic storytelling and convergence of technology in filmmaking. Magnus von Horn's World War I era drama, The Girl with the Needle, was premiered at the Cannes Film Festival. It is one of 22 films vying the prestigious Palme d'Or prize. The winner will be revealed on the 25th of May. Actor Chris Hemsworth walked the Cannes Film Festival's red carpet to mark the world premiere of director George Miller's Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. The fifth Mad Max iteration comes 45 years. The film is set to hit international theatres on the 22nd of May and in the US on the 24th of May. French director walked the Cannes red carpet for the premiere of a feature film debut called Wild Diamond, which is vying for the prize of film festival's top honour, Palme d'Or. White Dincher, who also wrote the film's screenplay, was joined on the red carpet by members of the cast, including lead actor Malo Kebisi. The new Amy Winehouse biopic called Back to Black is gearing up for American release on the 17th of May. The film portrays the life and love of the English singer. The Sam Taylor Johnson directorial gives a different perspective of the film from the Oscar-winning documentary called Amy by Asif Kapadia. Indian cricketer Shikhar Dhawan is set to make his debut as a host with new chat show titled Dhawan Karenge, which will premiere on the 20th of May. S.S. Rajamouli's animated series Bahubali Crown of Blood and Ada Sharma starring political thriller Bastar, the Naxal story, is all set to be released on OTT platforms. Filmmaker Hansal Mehta on Thursday announced the third installment of his hit franchise called Scam, new part to focus on Sahara story. Actor Kangana Ranaut, star of film Emergency, has been postponed again amid parliamentary election campaign 2024. Actor Kartik Aryan will reveal Chandu Champions trailer in his hometown Gwalior on the 18th of May. The film is directed by Kabir Khan. Star Prabhas's Kalki 2898 AD is slated for a grand release on 27 June in multiple languages. The film, directed by Nag Ashwin, presents Amitabh Bachchan as Ashwathama, and the actor's intro video has raised expectations. Film team says that Pushpa 2, The Rule of Allu Arjun and Rashmika Mandana, is not postponed and will be releasing on the 15th of August. Shooting for the film will be completed by this June. Netflix announced new anime series called Terminator Zero based on James Cameron's famous movie franchise. It is expected to release on 29th of August. Universal Studios has unveiled the trailer for its adaptation of the Broadway sensation called Wicked. The trailer features Ariana Grande as Glinda and Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba. Donnie Yen is set to reprise his role as Cain in a new spin-off from the John Wick universe being developed by Lionsgate Films, with its production beginning in Hong Kong in 2025. Indian star footballer Sunil Chhetri has called time on a memorable career, hanging his boots after serving nearly 2 decades to Indian football. Chhetri has scored 94 goals in his international career, emerging as India's all-time top scorer and most capped player. He is also third in the list of goal scorers among active players behind Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. Juventus beat Atalanta by 1-0 to win a record-extending 15th Coppa Italia title on Wednesday, as an early strike by Dusan Vlahovic earned the club their first trophy in 3 years. Amad Diallo scored his first Premier League goal and assisted on another to power Man United to a 3-2 victory over Newcastle United on Wednesday in a battle between teams fighting for a European berth next season. In a major boost to international women football, FIFA announces first ever 16-team FIFA Women's World Cup, which is to be held in January-February 2026. A new documentary looking at the final 12 days of Swiss tennis star and 20-time Grand Slam champion Roger Federer's professional career is set to be released next month. Alexander Zverev had a scary fall but managed to get the best of Taylor Fritz on Wednesday to make it to the semi-finals of Italian Open. Arina Sabalenka cruised into the semi-finals of the Rome Open on Wednesday after comfortably defeating Elena Ostapenko in straight sets by 6-2 and 6-4. Reigning Olympic and world champion Neeraj Chopra bagged a gold medal at 27th Federation Cup Senior Athletics Championship in Bhubaneswar on Wednesday. And Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk trained in the ring in front of the cameras on Wednesday as they gear up for their title fight slated for Saturday in Riyadh. And with this, it's a wrap here on Express News for now, but news and updates will continue here on DD India. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching and keep tracking DD India for all latest news and updates from the country and the world. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.